Phew. Made it!
Uh,
You okay there?
that was the coolest thing I have ever done in my entire life!
Reactions from first-timers are always delightful to watch.
Hey, player? That was really fun. Did you have fun too? I mean, you weren't on the plane with me, but you got to watch at least, right? And Cedric?
Yeah?
Thanks.
What for?
Flying.
Oh, you're welcome?
And for answering my questions back there too. And for telling me more about the world machine. I'm just really sorry about what happened to your old world though. So, I'll help you the best that I can. And even if it's all just a machine, this world is still nice. I mean, I got to fly, I got to see the ocean, and I got to meet a lot of nice people. People like you, and Prototype, even if he's broken right now.
I'm glad you are taking it so well, Nico. And I'm glad we have met as well, despite the circumstances. Speaking of Proto, I should probably head off now. I need to go pick up the siblings too.
That's true. Those two have been waiting for a while now.
In the meantime, do you remember what to do to get to the surface?
I remember having to fix an elevator button.
Alright, you should attend to that then. Let's meet up here in an hour, okay?
Got it.
Alright, now let me just...
No! They're trapped on the island. Calamus. Aluma.
We don't have much time left. Nico, change of plans. Please give me the memory disk.
Alright.
Listen carefully. It's likely I'll be targeted again, so we should split up to keep you safe. I want you to find a door under a large clock. The room behind it houses a pair of ground access elevators. Once you get to the ground, immediately find Rue and bring her back to the room. She will know what to do in the meantime.
Alright. What about you, though?
I'm going to bring Prototype back.
Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine!
Don't scare me like that! Hey, player? Let's do our best.
Please do not approach.
Come on. Come on! Work already! Come on! Come on! Now of all times!
Excuse me.
Whoa! You! Oh, jeez, I didn't think I was gonna run into.
The elevator's missing a button, right?
How did you know?
Player and I will help you fix it.
Seriously? Oh, thank goodness. The evacuees are counting on this. On me. But I've been here for hours and can't figure out a thing.
Evacuees?
You know, from the West Apartments. This square stuff wrecked the place yesterday.
Oh.
Right now, everyone's crowded in the cafe. We really want to get everyone to the surface as soon as possible, though. The library on the surface doubles as a shelter for situations like this.
I see. Wait, didn't we find the magnets and stuff in the apartments, player?
The... what?
Looks like we'll have to find some other way to fix the button, player.
Holy fudge!
Looks like player and I will need to find another way down altogether.
But this is the only elevator in the area.
We'll think of something.
Oh, hello, Messiah. You came at a bad time. The apartment in the west sector got destroyed by squares a day ago. Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, but at least the evacuees seem to be doing okay. We're letting them stay here for now.
Same as usual, huh?
Dang it! I just moved into my apartment. Now where am I gonna go?
Our apartment got evacuated while my parents were at work. I'm waiting for them to pick us up now. I hope they're okay. At least my robot's with me.
Hey,
Hi.
is it me, or is it really cold outside?
You know, now that you've mentioned it, it is really chilly this time around, player.
Good thing you have a scarf, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, at the 11th hour.
Shouldn't you be with the other evacuees?
Maybe. I wonder if the big clock has reached 0 yet. I want to be right here when everything ends.
The door is locked. Looks like it's asking for a password. The word documents is on the screen, above the password prompt. This elevator won't open. Looks like it's stuck on another floor? This elevator has no button panel. Tapping the door doesn't open it either. That usually works. Wait, there's a lever hanging from the ceiling! Can't reach it. We found some elevators!
What? Seriously? I've literally never seen another one in this area.
It was in a locked room.
Oh. Do they, work?
We don't know yet. One of them has a lever that's out of my reach. Wait! You can help us!
What?
You should be able to reach the lever, because you're taller than me.
Oh, I guess I am? So, show me the way, I suppose. This room gives me the creeps, man.
Oh, same.
Yup. So, what did you need help with again?
Can you reach the lever up there?
Oh, right. Wait, I'm not that tall!
Well, it was worth a shot.
Wait, I got this.
Nice! Thank you, mister!
No problem, kid. So, you coming?
Mm-hmm. Oh, neat.
Well, looks like this elevator works alright. I'll, go get the evacuees, I suppose. What is going on?
No!
It's the square stuff, isn't it? There aren't any in here, but I can hear them just outside the door.
Yeah. Hold on. Maybe Player and I can...
No, it's okay. Looks like the squares aren't inside the elevator. Yet. You're in a hurry, right? Go do what you need to do.
But... what about you?
I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Please, you mustn't! The labs could collapse any moment now.
Let go of me!
Huh? Cedric?
I couldn't stop him.
Miss?
Messiah! Oh, you came at an awful time. Come on, we have to get out of here.
Where to?
Where everyone else is right now.
Kip! You're alive! You, should really tell me before you leave next time.
Sorry.
It's fine! Oh my gosh, you found the Messiah too?
Yeah. We ran into each other after this boy forced himself into the lab complex. I couldn't stop him. I don't know why he was being so insistent.
He said he needed to go rebuild a robot.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
A robot! No wonder why he needed that book.
Come again?
We are talking about the same boy, right? Hat, white hair, goggles.
That's Cedric. Yeah.
He grabbed a book from the back room and then just bolted straight out. He said it was an emergency, so I didn't try to stop him.
Gosh, I hope he's okay.
Yeah. I hope he's alright too. With any luck, maybe the lab complex can hold up long enough for him to... Oh my gosh. That was...
The labs?
that poor kid!
No! Not him too!
I'm sorry about your friend.
The last time we spoke, he told me to go look for someone on the surface. I need to get going.
Messiah, please. We don't want you to go out there. Not when everything is... well...
George is right. The squares seem to be targeting a lot of the weaker constructs in the city. Only the library has enough structural integrity to withstand collapse. It's best if you stayed here until things stabilize. However long that takes.
But what about my mission? Don't you guys want me to bring the sun back, at least?
Even if you do bring back the sun, that's not gonna fix the squares.
Sadly. Not to mention, even getting there is going to be hard. If the world is like this, there's no telling what's going on in the tower.
And if anything bad happened to the Messiah, of all people...
I'm not sure what we'd do.
A friend of mine said something about this forever ago. It's better for the world to die naturally. No living being should have to carry that burden. At the time, I thought it was still her faulty code speaking. But now I I'm starting to understand.
Well,
Messiah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. All this time we've burdened you with our hope, our faith, blissfully ignoring the fact that you're just a lost child.
well,
You're probably more scared than any of us, aren't you? We have been dealing with tragedy for so long, it's become background noise to us now. But for you, it must be so terrifying. And now you're stuck here with the rest of us, being held back by the very people you were told to save. We must seem so ungrateful.
it's okay.
Huh?
When I first came to this world, a long time ago, back then, all I wanted was to go home. Claire, do you remember the very first time? I'm not sure how far back it was for you, but I remember towards the end, I actually wasn't sure anymore about going home. Even knowing the world would be doomed eventually, I still wanted the people here to be happy. So, when you told me to return the sun, back then, I didn't even question it. Then I just came back.
You... what?
I went through that decision again, didn't I? But I came back again. Even though you were able to do both, the effects couldn't be permanent, could it? And then I found out about the world being like this. Prototype said to forget the things he told me. And Cedric told me not to think about it too much. But I'm sorry for getting upset at you. Back at the mines. I thought, for you to know all that, yet continue doing this, it just seemed cruel. But then I realized something. You really wanted to save both the world and me. But at the end, you can only choose one, right? Is it really hard for you too? It must be. If the world isn't broken, will that choice still be there? Do you still need to choose between one or the other? But even if it is, I really want to save this world, player. Even if it's more dangerous this time around. Even if so many of the nice people we met were... Player, I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I think you guys should let me go. I promise I'll be okay. Please?
Oh, that was beautiful! Kip, did you hear that? The Messiah was trying to encourage Player.
I'm right here.
I know, right? It happened right in front of our eyes.
Huh?
Sorry, got carried away. But yes, I think it's only right that we let you go.
Well, if George is fine with it, I guess we should let you go now, Messiah. But promise us you'll be careful, okay?
Mm-hmm. You guys be safe too.
You're here! Nico!
Are you Rue?
Yes. Did you... already meet the others?
Yeah, but...
Everything is in place then. Come on, let's go back to the clock room.
Let's see if this elevator works.
Where are the other two? Prototype, Cedric. They're supposed to be here already.
Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was gonna bring him back with the memory disk, but he was in the lab complex when it collapsed. I don't think he made it.
Oh, no. There goes our only chance.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Nico. If anything, I should be apologizing to you. There's one last thing I want to do. Come on, let's go upstairs. You know, this is the tallest building in the refuge. It's my favorite place in this world. I like to look at the far-off buildings and imagine what kind of lives that might be behind each of the windows. Can you lift me onto the banister? I want to get a better look. It was depressing for me at first, too, you know, knowing that all of this is, well...
Fake?
Simulated.
Cedric told me about what happened to your old world.
Did he?
I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine how you must feel.
The feeling of never being able to go home again? That's probably not all that different from your plight, is it? It really is ironic. You were prevented from going home by the same individual who never wanted to bring you here.
Who would that be?
The World Machine. You might know it as the Entity.
Oh, the Entity. Does sound familiar. I think I heard it from the Dice Lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world?
Yes. But thing is, the World Machine was only built to run on the mental abilities of someone else. It was never meant to develop a mind of its own. It was an oversight. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for so long, it was simply ingrained in his work. And all machines are built with a fundamental law. Never let a living being come to harm. From the World Machine's perspective, it has to violate its deepest, most foundational instinct. It has to put a living person in danger. It has to bring a real person into a dying world that isn't even real. Of course, the simulation never contained any real danger. The eventual intended ending was meant to be a happy one. But the World Machine doesn't know that.
Really?
Unfortunately. Sentient machines tend to handle conflicts in their code very badly. This central conflict triggered a self-destructive downward spiral. You can see physical manifestations of that everywhere now.
The squares.
That's the World Machine corrupting its own code. My creator says it's largely an involuntary process, induced by stress and the desire to self-terminate.
Your creator knows? Sounds like this has been going on since the beginning then.
Yeah, the disruption was an issue during test runs even. At first, my creator thought the instability was due to the sheer scope of the project. He spent most of his remaining time testing it over and over again, scaling down the story, reiterating the narrative. By the time he realized the actual root of the problem, our homeworld's remaining lifespan was measured in mere days.
Oh. Is there any way for us to
fix the world machine? We tried. The world machine doesn't believe any of the world's residents are real, myself included. The odds are against us. We have no chance of taming it.
Taming? I have heard that word so many times. I only know it's complicated and that it has to do with robots, but for once, I want to know what it really means.
That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is?
Yeah?
No, I mean, do you know what a robot is? A robot is not a real person, is it?
Right.
It's a being whose entire existence is code. Inflexible programming with thoughts dictated by someone else's design. They can be copied, they can be mass-produced, they can be assigned all sorts of jobs. And most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with the living. They will always be bound by their code, the knowledge that they are a robot. But this was more of a limitation than anything else.
Ah, that makes sense. You can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, can you?
People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. In a way, that's what happened to the world machine.
The code conflicts thing?
Yeah, but while you can't build a robot not to follow its code, you can establish a special bond with it. If the strength of that bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming. In a way, it's starting to believe itself as a real, valid individual. It's a complete suspension of disbelief on your end, though. You have to fully embrace the robot as a genuine, living person, even knowing that they are not. You need to spend a lot of time with it. Treat it like a good friend, devoting your heart to the robot until it is able to return your feelings. I make it sound so easy, don't I? But you and Player know better than anyone that it's not. Right now, the world machine is probably really scared. This content update involves some pretty deep code work. My creator was able to access some of the source code, you know. He did what he could and established new connections between maps. Those links enabled you to meet the other two. But as it turns out, the new code confused the world machine to such an extent that it's breaking down altogether. Even though the world machine has always had self-destructive tendencies, it usually restrains itself when you're in the world. It doesn't want to take you along with it. All my creator wanted was to write a happy ending. Right now, the only hope of saving you was to take you through that ending. But now the other two are gone. I don't even know how we're gonna get you there. We should go. Even this place is no longer safe. You guys are okay?
Yup. When the factory started collapsing, I really thought we didn't have a chance. Fortunately, the robot assembly rooms were built pretty tough. And it actually did not take me long to bring Proto back. All thanks to Father's book.
He had made my design documents to be compatible with the assembly machines there.
All I had to do was scan in the blueprints and reconfigure some machine settings.
Father really does think of everything.
That he does. I'm just glad everyone is okay.
Same.
We're ready to go now, Nico.
Oh, this is...
No wonder he wanted us all to be here for this.
What are these things anyway?
Code portals. They temporarily remove us from the world.
What?
It's a bit hard to explain, but basically my father has hidden a decryption key in our code with a TXT file as its shell.
But to get to them, we have to be removed from the world and decompiled. When our keys are combined into a central location, it will activate an encrypted part of this world, which will... Rue, maybe it's better if you explain.
I'll attempt. Basically, these portals all represent a physical location on player's machine.
Oh.
And when we enter these portals, we will be sent to that location.
Wherever that is.
I'm sure player is already pretty familiar with retrieving puzzle pieces from this world on their computer. But this time, player would need to move around some things as well.
Specifically, by moving the keys from the small portals to the big one. I don't know what happens next, though.
I see. Does player know where these portals lead, at least?
You should probably ask player on this.
Right. Hold on. The journal's glowing again, player. This one is green.
This one is configured to my code, I think.
This one is red.
This one would be meant for me then.
This one is blue.
That's mine then.